Kumar is the greatest anime father in the history of anime. I mean, like, you've seen the likes of Goku, the likes of bloody Naruto at the Boruto's shit. We've seen Vegeta. We've seen a whole lot of fathers do atrocious and horrible things to their kids, abandon them like Gong's dad. We've seen all sorts of fathers. But this guy here, it's not even his daughter, first of all. Bonnie's not Kuma's daughter. I mean, like, biological daughter. He literally adopted this kid after his young sweetheart, in a way, was kidnapped by a celestial dragon, got impregnated, got sick, and got thrown away. She comes to him and he looks after her daughter, makes the kid his own, basically. So Mendum is the greatest stepfather in the history of the living world and the anime world. I don't care what anyone says. No nigga is choosing to enslave himself for the government that, since the beginning of his birth, have let people abuse him, have supported people who abuse him. Basically, celestial dragons are the government themselves. So basically, the government has abused him since he was a youngin, destroyed his civilization, his people, the Buccaneers, murdered his father, his mother. Hell, even had a direct responsibility to his lover or Jenny, woman who loved him, was death in a way. And Mandem looks after this bastard child, basically, who's, let's be honest, is a child of the government in a way. Is Jenny a celestial dragon? I think so. So if Jenny's a celestial, not in love, had a child with a dragon, I'm assuming, with a celestial dragon, that would mean she's part celestial dragon in a way. Yeah. Anyway, Kuma's the greatest father in the history of anime for this reason. Mandem searched high and low, fam, island after island, hmm, looking for a cure for his kid. Meets Dragon. Dragon says, go to Vegapunk. He goes to Vegapunk. Vegapunk says, my nigga, I got you. I'm going to heal your child. And Vegapunk is right on his word. He's going to heal this child. But unbeknownst to Vegapunk, they got a camera. The government's got a camera. He's got a snail camera right in his lab and shit. They see that he's plotting with this Mandem here. And they're like, oh no, we're not gonna let you plot with a pirate who's terrorized our fleet for years, fam. Who's a tyrant, who stole a throne off one of our puppets. And they're like, no, 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 no. And then enter Saint Garcia's Saturn. He comes with some of the most atrocious demands. First things first, on episode 30, 1133, Mandam, that's Kuma, was like, I'm cool with you cloning me and making this pacifistas that I've come up with the name, but whatever. And then on top of that, Vegapunk's like, cool, my nigga, we gonna do that. It's all good, bruv. And Kizaru shows up. He comes with bad news, bruv. It's not literally him, but, Jay Garcia calls and he's like spewing rubbish, fam. He's telling Mandem that we gonna kidnap your child in a way. We're gonna take your child, we're gonna heal her on the condition that you become a warlord. That's not bad. But we don't want you to run away after that. So we want you to agree to some modifications. Well, Mandem agrees. And then just when you think it was all over, Mandem wants Mandem to lose his free will. He wants to make Mandem a cyborg to work for the government. And in return, they threaten to kill this nigga daughter. And point in blank, this is not even his daughter, fam. Personally, I would have dipped. But whatever. He's him and I'm not him. So all I have to say is Oda has literally crafted the greatest anime dad of all time. Dragon doesn't even hold the candle to this nigga. Like, nobody. I mean, like, all the anime dads in this show. Like, look at this. Roger gave his son to his enemy. Dragon left his son with his father to raise him, and then raised another man's child, who that's Sabu. And then on top of that, there's a whole rumor that Rox is teacher's dad, so in a way, he also abandoned his son. And then you got the Flamingo's dad, who left the celestial world, basically having raised his son in wealth and shit, and then moved them to poverty and shit like that. So that makes him a bad dad in that sense. Those your kids were living lavishly, and you felt it was bad, then you took them to poverty and shit like that. Whatever. There's like a whole list of horrible dads in One Piece, but by far, Kuma's the greatest of them all. And the worst part is, it's not even his fucking seed, fam. It's not. But of course, with the show, we have to pay homage to the fact that we got to see Kizaru dance Nika's little dance. We got to see the construction of Egghead. We've got to see how everything unfolded, how everything was made in a way. We got to see some of the warlords. We got to see Jinbei. We got to see Ace again. Oh, Ace. R.I.P. We got to see a lot of people, really. And then we got to see Flamingo as a free man before he's arrested and shit, because after losing to the Straw Hats, we got to see a few glimpses of Amazon Lily. I mean, like the episode itself had a lot of detail, had a lot of places. It was nice in that sense. But the sacrifice that Kumar does for his daughter is immense. You see it in his hands. He's trembling, tears running down his eyes, knowing that he's about to lose himself. And bear in mind, this Mandem is keeping on a ruse that everything is fine, fam. He says goodbye to his daughter for the last time and acts like he'll be back in a year when he knows he will never see her again. In his own state of mind, he'll be a mindless robot by the next time he sees her, and he might even try to kill her when he sees her next. That is the ultimate sacrifice every father should be willing to give. And bear in mind, this nigga, that's not his daughter. Mm, 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 I mean, like, this guy is the most well written nigga I've never seen in my entire life. Kuma is well written. Like, Oda, props to you, fam. Because this guy is well written. He's well crafted. He's just perfecto. And of course, fuck Saint Garcia said. This guy's a prick. I hope Straw Hats beat the shit out of him. Because he's rubbish of a human being. Absolute garbage. Anyway, now remember to hit that like and sub button. Hit the comment section. Tell me what you thought about the episode. Anyway, thanks for watching. Ciao, ciao.